Salawete. Dobre utro. Hello, hello. Abraham, 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 brothers and sisters. Welcome, creatures. Couple dinosaurs roaming out here, getting some feed. We're continuing on with the 15th epistle of this fantastic book of Judges. This being the second video. And we left off with Samson taking care of business with 300 foxes. And then the Philisthiims figuring out who was it that did this. And so now we hear Samson's response after the Philistines deducing it was Samson, the judge of the Israelites, to whom Samson said, "Although you have done these things, notwithstanding yet, will I require revenge of you, then I will rest." Murdered his wife, his father-in-law. And it's my opinion, they thought they were doing this for the good of Samson, because they did fear this man. But it backfired. Now, I could be wrong on this, but this is my belief. And he struck them with a great plague, so that astonished they laid the calf on the leg upon the thigh. What does that mean, huh? And he struck them with a great plague, so that astonished they laid the calf on the leg upon the thigh. Translation, it's not always the best in English. The Hebrew text reads this: and he struck them, hip on thigh, a great slaughter, and went down and lived in the cleft of the rock Etam. So, where is Etam? Because the rest of the text reads, and going down he dwelt in the cave of the rock called Etam. So that's the entire exchange here. All right, Etam. We're still in the land of Judah. This being Jerusalem. Dan is over here. Etam's approximately right about there in the hilly country. That's where Jerusalem is, in the hill country. That's where Etam is. It's right about there. Now, the King James Bible reads this: and he made a great slaughter of them, so that in astonishment they laid the calf of the leg upon the thigh. Either way you're looking at this, the way I'm seeing this, it was an incredible hand-to-hand combat between Samson and the Philistines. A horrendous war, a horrendous conflict with this man of awesome strength. So therefore, the Philistines, they went up into the land of Judah, and they camped in a place which afterward was called Lehi. Lehi, as we're going to come to find out, means jawbone. And so we have Etam, then slightly north, still in the hill country of Jerusalem, is Lehi. Etam, Lehi. Jawbone, where their army, the entire Philistine army, was spread about in this territory. And they of the tribe of Judah, hearing and seeing this, they traveled over towards Lehi to find out, hey, Philistines, Why are you come up against us? That's all they see was this massive army swelling here in this area. Not understand why or anything about it. And the Philisthians reply to the Judeans that we may bind Samson. We are come and may repay him the things that he hath wrought against us. Vengeance upon vengeance. The Israelite takes vengeance. Now they are taking vengeance. It's going back and forth. Alas, the world of man. There went down, therefore, 3,000 men of Judah, 3,000 Judeans, to the cave of the flint of Etam. From here, you go down to the cave of the flint, rock, in other words, cave of the rock, Etam. Go up to Samson, they say to him, knowest not thou that the Philistines reign over us? Why wouldst thou do this thing? And so he responds, as they did to me, so have I done to them. And here's the response. To bind thee, quoth they, we are come and to deliver thee into the hands of the Philistines. Instead of siding with their judge, instead of siding with the most powerful man physically on the planet, this is what they do. Always buckling. Everyone around Samson's life, excluding his parents, because they know this Nazarene from birth, from conception, is always buckling to these Philistines. I quoted earlier that the ancient fathers believed Samson to be a precursor to mankind's king, Jesus. Now, as Samson is threatened betrayal by the very cowardly citizens he was chosen by Christ to judge over, so too was Jesus betrayed by the same people he became the final judge for. Jesus was the final judge for the Israelites. Before we continue, let's examine the Judah prophecy once again. And I quote, Judas, thee thy brethren shall praise thy hand, shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall adore thee. A lion's whelp, Judas, to the prey, my son, thou didst ascend. Taking thy rest, thou didst lie as a lion, and as it were a lioness, who shall raise him up? The scepter shall not be taken away from Judas, and a duke out of his thigh, till he do come that is to be sent. And the same shall be the expectation of the Gentiles. Tying to the vineyard his colt, and to the vine, O my son, his she-ass. He shall wash his stolen wine, and in the blood of the grape his cloak. His eyes are more beautiful than wine, and his teeth whiter than milk. Judean prophecy, once again, is sharing it with you. Now Samson replies, swear. Swear and promise me that you kill me not. And they said, we will not kill thee, but deliver thee bound. Samson finds himself in this situation. He can easily defeat these Judeans. But there is people there who he judges over, and he sees them turning against him, his own people. Just as Christ saw his own people turning against him. What is a ruler, what is a leader to do with that, you know? Because of his love for Christ and the love for his people as a judge, he succumbs to it. He has this unmatched, incredible strength that's been gifted to him. He's fully cognizant, yes, of his mortality. But his fear of death, understand this reflects his fear of not being able to accomplish the tasks and which Christ bestowed upon him since before his birth. Not afraid to die. He's afraid to die before his time that Christ gave him. This is also my greatest fear, that I will pass on Terra. Terra and Christ at least 6 times has miraculously saved my life. 6 times that I'm cognizant of, that I personally saw, and I've had a couple witnesses with me on a couple of those, at least 50%. That's my greatest fear, and it should be yours too. We'll pause now. When next we meet, we'll continue on with about verse 13. Let's see what happens with Samson. Does he get bound? Then what? Until then, Pax Vobis. And may the peace and the strength of the Holy Ghost be with each and every one of you.